welcome to the Seattle Athletic Club. We're going to have a 20-minute yoga session today. I'm Gina. Some of you know me and others maybe not, and it's a pleasure to meet those of you that do not. Tanya is here with us. She teaches at the Seattle Athletic Club as well. Many of you know Tanya. We are practicing today in a safe distance apart, so I'm going to stay here, and Tanya, of course, is on the mat. And I'm going to guide you guys through a practice that will move the body, invoke the breath, and of course, keeping in mind that we're all improvising in our own unique ways, right? And so if you're in your own space, your home, just making sure that you have enough room to move your arms, move your legs. You might have a yoga mat, you might not. That's okay. Tanya might be using some blocks or some other props. Feel free to collect anything from around the house that might be useful to you. I have an Amazon Prime delivery at home. It's in a nice small box I've been using for myself. Blankets, pillows, whatever you might need. Make sure your knees have some padding, of course, always. And thank you for showing up for yourself in this way today and doing something new with us. So we'll get started in a seated position, and you can choose to sit with your legs crossed. You can choose to sit in some other way if that feels better to you. And when you sit, just making sure that you have the right amount of support. If you need to make adjustments, please make adjustments. And as we settle into the seat, feel free to roll the shoulders, maybe turn the head a couple times, rolling the neck. And then we'll start with our palms down for a more grounding, energetic experience. We settle in to the seat and bring awareness to breath. Taking just a few rounds of nice slow breath in and out. Connecting with your breath. Taking a moment to experience what it's like to be you in this moment, in whatever environment you're practicing in. Maybe you're sensing other people sharing your space. Maybe your pets join you in your practice. It's all perfect. Let's take one more nice, slow, easy breath in, and a nice, slow, complete exhale breath. And with the hands still on the lap, let's lift the chest a little bit, pull the shoulders back. It's kind of like a seated cow spine. And then exhaling, rounding the spine, dropping the chin towards the chest. You can pull your belly in, feel that squeeze. And then again, inhaling to lift through the chest, rolling the shoulders, squeezing them together on the back. Again, rounding out, kind of like the cat. One more just like this. Inhale, breath. And exhale, breath. And then coming back up to a nice tall spine. Go ahead and sweep the arms out to the sides, reach all the way up. Continue to lift. Lifting up towards the sky, reaching up towards the ceiling, perhaps. And then go ahead and trace down the center line, hands to heart. We'll do two more like that. Inhaling to reach, to expand, and then exhaling to trace back to center. One more time, big circle sweep of the arms out and up. And then again, pausing with the hands in front of the heart. Taking a moment, if you like to set an intention for your practice, this is a beautiful place, a beautiful time to do that. If you don't have a specific intention, that's okay. Breathing in, emptying out. And then again, opening the arms, reaching overhead, stretch up, you'll pause. Left arm stays tall. Tanya, you're going to be here. Right arm comes down to the side. Continue to lengthen through your center and then bending up and over to the right. And just pausing here for a moment. You can look down, you can look forward, you can look up. Maybe rolling the neck a little bit feels good to you. Just sort of exploring this first Lateral bend in your spine, a nice stretch to the left side of the body. How about one more full inhale? Exhale, breath. And then back up through center. Reaching tall, keeping the belly nice and firm for support. And then the left hand will come down, the right arm will reach up and over. Noticing maybe this side feels a little different. Again, feel free to turn the head, move the neck. Maybe you roll that left shoulder a little bit. Maybe you circle your right wrist. Feel free to add whatever small movements feel good to you. And again, this lateral bend in the spine, opening through the right side. Maybe you deepen a little bit with one more full inhale. Exhaling that breath. And then back up to center, both arms tall. Go ahead and interlace the fingers. Press the palms to the ceiling. Maybe you pull the arms back a little bit. And then pressing the palms forward. Rounding the spine, dropping the chin towards the chest. Keeping the belly drawn in nice and firm. Noticing that space between your shoulder blades. If that stretch feels good to you, feel free to emphasize or exaggerate. Beautiful. Let's take one more full breath here. Exhale, empty breath. And then lifting tall again, arms come up. Releasing the hands, sweeping the arms back behind. Interlacing the fingers behind the body, and then maybe the arms go straight. You could lift your shoulder blades a little to squeeze them even closer together on the back. Maybe drop the chin, maybe roll the chin side to side. Again, whatever small movements feel good to you. Just sort of exploring these different positions in the body. Exploring the movement, the stillness. And then releasing the two hands, sweeping the arms out and up. Tracing back to center at the heart. With your next inhale breath, really gathering in through the belly, and then a gentle twist to the right. Left hand can come outside of right thigh, right hand can go back for support. And as you hold this rotation, check in with your neck. Make sure your neck is at ease, it feels soft. You can always deepen your twist, working with your breath. Inhaling through center, exhaling maybe a little more rotation, stopping where your body naturally stops, and then slowly unwinding back through center, hands to heart, lengthening through the center line and then twisting to the left. Left hand behind for support, using your breath. Again, lengthening on the inhalation, twisting with the exhalation. Continue to explore, or maybe hold exactly what you have. Stillness is a beautiful thing. You choose. How do you experience this twist? We'll hold it for just one more breath. Squeezing to empty the breath out. And then gently unwinding again. Let's take the arms overhead, sweep up. With the arms overhead, a small back bend at the top. And then tracing down the center line. Go ahead and set your hands to the floor, folding forward, and then shifting through hands and knees to a tabletop. As you come forward into your tabletop, of course you can transition however you need to. And then in the tabletop pose, your hands, your knees, make sure your knees have enough cushion. Adding some movement, cow spine, the back bend, and then rounding the spine into cat. Inhaling through cow, exhaling, squeezing the belly as you push the back of the heart up. Let's do 3 more like this. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath. As you inhale, cow spine, shoulder blades squeeze together. As you exhale, cat, shoulder blades separate. Last one here. And empty out. And then then tabletop pose. Let's lengthen the legs back. Making a plank. Your toes are tucked under. Now, of course, you could drop your knees down. If it feels good to have the legs straight, absolutely. Full plank, your choice. Always making sure your low back feels safe. You have a strong belly to support that low back. In your plank pose, take a nice full, deep inhale breath. And then exhale breath. Knees come down. Let's slowly shift forward and lower through a supported plank. All the way down.
Am I coming down my chest?
Yes.
Awesome.
Low cobra. You can lengthen your legs back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift through the heart. And then slowly pressing up and back, downward facing dog pose. Downward facing dog pose, moving your body here to explore this new shape. As you pedal your feet, it's kind of like you're taking your down dog for a walk. You can twist a little bit. You can move your head. You can pedal your hands. Just really tuning in to how this pose feels. Maybe it's familiar, maybe it's not so familiar. You can take some mental notes, just gathering information about your body, how it feels in this pose, in this moment. And then bringing your down dog to stillness. Let's take 3 rounds of breath here, inhaling through the nose, and then exhaling through the nose or the mouth. Inhale breath. Exhale breath. Got one more just like that. Inhale and empty that breath. And then making your way forward, you can take little steps, you can take big steps, you could hop maybe to the front of your mat. Coming all the way forward, let's set the feet nice and wide. Your hands can come all the way down to the floor, or if it would be helpful, to place your hands on something like a yoga block or maybe some other thing that you're using in your practice, perfect. As you fold in, the knees are pretty soft. They might be bent quite a bit. Your low back feels easy. You can hold opposite elbows. And just really let the upper body hang. Let your head hang heavy. If you like to sway, if you like to rock, let your body move. We call this ragdoll pose. Oftentimes, I feel like I'm seaweed sort of swaying in a current. I'll take another full breath here and let that breath out. And then releasing your hands if you're holding elbows. Let's bring the feet together, either all the way together or hip width. You choose. And then from this position, you're in your forward fold. Allowing the torso to sort of drape down towards the mat, the head hanging really heavy. Let's take one more breath here. Exhale, empty that breath. And then lifting halfway. Coming up to an Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. We'll shift the body weight back into the heels, reach the arms back, and slowly sweep all the way up. Reaching tall through center, a little bit of a back bend at the top. And then coming down, the hands trace the midline to the heart. Pausing for just a moment. Feeling your feet. Maybe you're on a hard floor, maybe you're on the carpet. Notice, how is that different than your familiar practice? Knees are nice and soft. The belly nice and firm. Lengthening up through the crown of the head, standing tall. Let's take a full breath here, in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. And then we'll move into a sun salutation, inhaling the arms out and up. Reaching overhead, adding a back bend if it feels appropriate in your spine. And then forward folding, bowing in. Lifting halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Go ahead and step the left leg back. pausing for just a moment in your lunge, and then the right leg can go back. Pausing in your plank, holding your plank pose. Maybe your knees come down, maybe not. We'll shift forward and lower slowly, lowering with control, halfway down, pause, and then all the way down, hips, belly to mat. A low cobra, squeezing the shoulder blades, keeping the belly firm as you lift through the chest. And then pressing through the hands and the knees to fold back, downward facing dog. Toes tuck under as the hips lift up. Again, pedal, wiggle for a moment. Let this feel good in your body. Make adjustments. Downward facing dog, nice and neutral. We'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, empty out. And then inhaling to lift the right leg. Pausing with the right leg lifted. Can you level your hips? Yeah, nice. And then rolling the right hip open and just feeling that difference. Let's level the hips again. And then open up, the right hip stacks over the left. One more time, just like this, leveling the hips. And then rolling open, pause. Go ahead and bend the right knee. Pausing here in this three-legged dog variation. Nice deep breath. And then with an exhale, stepping right foot forward. Pausing in your lunge. Feel free to incorporate blocks if they would be helpful. And then with an inhale breath, rising, both arms will reach up. Full crescent lunge. Take a moment to stabilize. Feel your feet, your legs, your hips as they work. Continuing to lift through center, adding a back bend. If that feels good in your body, go for it. And then we release. Hands come forward and down, stepping forward to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Let your head be heavy. Let it drop. Inhaling to lift halfway. This time stepping the right leg back. Pausing for a moment in your lunge. And then hands come down, left leg goes back again, plank. Pausing in your plank. You can hold full plank, you can drop the knees anytime you need to, shift forward. Lower with control. Halfway down, pause, holding your Chaturanga Dandasana. And then all the way down to the belly. Low cobra, or maybe an up dog. If up dog is in your practice, feel free. From your back bend, pressing back, downward facing dog, hips lift. Take a moment to wiggle, to pedal, to move, to breathe. And then again, neutralizing your down dog, taking a moment to reset. With an inhale breath, the left leg will lift. Try to level the hips, just see how that feels in your body. And then rolling the left hip open, feel the difference. Go ahead and level again. And open up, really working the muscles of the right hip as you make that movement. Lowering the left hip, they level. And then again, opening the left hip, they stack. The left knee can bend. Again, just feeling this three-legged dog variation. Let's take a full, deep inhale breath. And then left foot will step as you exhale, empty out. Pausing in your lunge, really nice. Blocks are awesome, not a requirement. Inhaling all the way up to full crescent lunge, coming up, arms reach. Again, you can add a back bend if that feels good to you, go for it. And slowly bringing the hands forward and down again, stepping forward to the front of your mat, folding in. And then lifting halfway. Shifting the weight back, reaching your arms back, like a little ski jumper about to take off. We slowly rise, the arms out and up, reaching tall, adding the back bend at the top, and And then bringing the hands back to center, back to heart. Pausing here to reconnect with your feet, the connection you make down into earth. Feeling your legs, a little bit of a lift through the quads, the kneecaps, the belly firm, the shoulders relaxed. Your face, your neck, your jaw very soft, very relaxed. Let's take another breath here. Exhale, empty out. And opening the eyes, opening the arms, reaching overhead, sweep up. And forward fold again, bowing in. Lifting halfway. Go ahead and set your hands. Step back to a tabletop. Tabletop pose. Another inhale, cow spine. Exhale, cat spine. And then back to a neutral spine. Go ahead and set the elbows, the forearms down onto the mat, the floor. We're going to keep our hips right on top of our knees. And then slowly walking the hands and arms forward, melting heart pose. Bowing into earth. Allow your chest to come down. Maybe your forehead touches the mat. Adjust as you need to. Feel your spine. Imagine that curve from the back of the hips down through the back of the heart. Holding here, breathing in and out. Take just a couple more moments. How about one more nice full big breath? And exhale. And then pushing through the hands to help yourself up. You'll transition onto your back for a moment. Coming onto your back body. Bringing the knees in towards the chest. Giving your knees a squeeze, a little rock side to side if that feels good. If you like to take happy baby for a moment, feel free. If you like to make some other movement or a familiar posture, maybe you like to take a reclined twist, feel free to do that. And then when you feel complete, go ahead and rock to one side, left or right, rolling through your side to come all the way up to a comfortable seat where we'll close our practice for today. Sitting on something or maybe all the way down on the floor. Make sure your low back feels easy. Your knees, your ankles feel relaxed. And as we sit, again, palms down. You can close your eyes if you like. Taking a moment to reconnect to the stillness of your seat. Just notice, how does it feel, similar or maybe a little different than when we first started? And sweeping the arms out to the sides and all the way up. And tracing the two palms down the center line, pausing in front of the heart space. Taking a moment to please thank yourself for showing up for yourself in this way today. Honoring and acknowledging all aspects of you that have shown up. We honor and acknowledge the breath, the body, the mind, and the heart. And then bringing thumbs up to the third eye, the middle forehead space. Pausing here in honor of your practice. Take one more breath together, inhale, and a gentle bow as we exhale, sealing this time together. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Gina.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, yogis. We miss you, and we hope to see you very, very soon. Be well. Stay safe.